Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There are two of us in our own heart. The one who is enjoying, the other one who is suffering. The one who is enjoying is the real me, and the one who is suffering is the virtual me. Virtual reality is useful, but it is not real. See? And once we understand the relationship between the actual and the virtual, the real and the apparent, then we will be able to negotiate through all the turmoils of life without any dents and damage anywhere in our whole life. In one of the texts, it is said, Avichara kruto bandhaha vicharena vinashyati. All the problems are born out of wrong thinking. See? For example, one day, one mother came to me about 10 o'clock or so. I had finished my morning lecture, and after that I was having a nice cup of tea. When I take cup of tea, that is my meditation time. It is such a joy to sip tea. But then again, somewhere or the other, makhi comes and drops in. And it is here, the philosophy of Prarabdha helps you. One girl in Calcutta asked me, Swami, we heard that Mahatmas don't have Prarabdha. Do you believe in that? I said, no, Mahatmas have Prarabdha. How can you have Prarabdha? What is your Prarabdha? I said, you. See? So I was enjoying a cup of tea and she came. And Swamiji, the world is very bad. I said, look here, I did not create the world, don't complain to me. But why the people are like that? So I thought, there is no point. It is folly to be wise before the fools. So the best way is silence. Maunam vyakya prakritita para brahmata. So I kept quiet. Then she said, you know what happened in the morning? I said, I tried to see internet, Times of India, nowhere it is reported. My neighbor, she got sweets for me in the morning. I said, my God, how bad the world is, now I understand. No, you don't understand, listen. I said, okay. She gave me sweets because her son has come in merit list. Now, what is wrong in that? I said, if my son has to come in merit list, I will also distribute sweets to my neighbor. You don't understand, Swamiji, listen to me. I said, okay. She did not give sweets because her son has come in merit. My son failed for the 4th time. And therefore, Meri naak kaatne ke liye, for cutting my nose. I don't know how to translate it. There is one person from MP somewhere. He rings me now and then. And he has only one goal in his life. Swamiji, I want to speak English like you. And I can't talk his English. I have compulsory everybody in the house must talk only in English. Don't ask for pani, ask for water. The way. And he will keep on talking, and then I say, okay, I don't take your time, I take the dust of your feet and put on my head, okay? आपकी चरण धूली सर पर रख लेते So she has given me the sweets only to cut my nose. I said, is it okay now? Then further, but Swamiji, why? Other people's children come in merit and my son failed fourth time. Why this happens? I said, look here, Amma, if you sow the chili seeds, don't expect tomatoes to come out. You always talk in a language which I don't understand. I say, thank God you did that. See, friends, whenever we compare, we are in misery. Whenever we expect, we are in misery. Normally, spiritual life is mistaken that if we are walking spiritual path, the world will change. See, it is something like, people, NRIs coming to India, and when they dare to drive the car, and Indian democracy is extended to the animals also. Therefore, RTOs are everywhere. RTOs means buffaloes. They can stop your vehicle anytime, anywhere. You have no complaints. See? So one person was driving and he became so angry. Swamiji, look, what is going to happen to your country? I said, whenever one gets frustrated and unable to do anything, he becomes national. Look here. If you have the driving license, will the traffic behave properly on the road? Traffic will be the same. Driving license means your ability to negotiate through all the potholes. See? Like, why there are so many holes on the road? Another question. I said, you don't have the eyes to see. There is little bit road in between the holes. It is not the other way around. So, India is a holy country. Don't become disgusted. But once we get into that mode of complaining, there is no peace and joy in life. See? Therefore, what should be our lifestyle to get out of this? This principle is told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. One day one person asked me this question, Swamiji, can you tell me in short what Bhagavan Krishna told as a basic principle of life in Bhagavad Gita? I said, Bhagavan Krishna said, life is a time pass. He said, will you anytime become serious in life? I said, now you can check, 110 degrees centigrade. I am very serious. Life is a time pass. I said, I will quote Bhagavan Krishna. When in the first chapter, Arjuna was crying non-stop. And what are the theme of his crying? Complain. I will give you one good suggestion. Try in your houses. Get a beautiful printout. Where is our printer has not come today? Ilangon. I will ask him to print one nice sticker and it will be written on that sticker. In this house, we live at zero complaint level. And paste it wherever you frequent more times. Like, in your sink, it's maximum period of time. People go to sing to come up. So, paste it there. Suppose the husband starts complaining to the wife, she should coolly say, will you please go to the sink? I have left something there. I read that. See, you will have a really good time in life. So, Bhagavan Krishna, when he heard his non-stop complaints in the first chapter, and then the best way, if you are wise person, wisdom is directly proportionate to your ability to change the topic. It is necessary. Like when you see the TV, if you don't like any program, remote control, change it. You don't have to destroy the TV. In the same manner, you don't have to disagree with anybody, nor agree with anybody. Suddenly, many people, they ask about our birth and all that. No, I sincerely tell them, I don't remember I am born, but they don't listen. Do you remember when you were born? But the world is so full of falsehood. So they don't like the truth. So then I tell, look here, I'll tell you one thing. One girl asked me, Swamiji, I want to send you a card. What is your date of birth? I said, only once. Don't ask me second time, okay? 31st April. Okay. She went to her mother. You said, Swamiji never tells. He told me. What is that? 31st April. Now 31st April never comes. So I made her 31 times fool. 1st April is the Fool's Day. But she was also genius. She wrote me a greeting card. Swamiji, happy birthday, whenever it is. Now tell who am I? Yours. Sneha, something like full address. So good. See, friends. So when they ask these kinds of questions, Swamiji, where you were born, and what is it? Then suddenly I say, hey, what is that? Is it in Bengali or Gujarati or what is that? What? That one? So he also forgets what he was asking. And the topic is changed. Please remember, we don't have to answer all the questions of all the people. We don't have to justify what we do in our life. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in our life. Then what for to live? Time pass. What was Arjuna's argument? If we do this thing, in this battle, many people will be killed, there will be bloodshed. Naturally, on the battlefield, there won't be a milkshake. It is not a maternity home. There will be people killed. See, as if Bhagavan didn't know this. Whenever anybody tries to justify something, understand that person is in doubt. See? If somebody again and again tells, do you know I am a man? Do you know I am a man? When he says 10 times, then you start doubting why you are asking. You don't have to prove. See, friends. And this is exactly Arjuna was trying to do. That they are useless, they don't understand. Atatayinaha, he uses the word. But we are prapashyadbhi. We are wise, we see the things. What are the calamities going to happen? And therefore, is it not wise for us to withdraw? Bhagavan Krishna was cool. He did not reply. This is another most important thing to lead a life so that we come out of the virtual reality and enter in our absolute being. Virtual reality is a miserable experience. Actual reality is a blissful experience. In virtual reality, there is a struggle to experience bliss, but we end up in blisters. We don't get bliss. You have to be in the actual and play the virtual. But what happens? We be the virtual and try to struggle the actual. See, friends. Therefore, when Arjuna was constantly arguing, and what happened to the virtual versus the actual? He first of all confessed that I cannot fight this war. Once you take a decision, then naturally you will try to justify. Nobody will take his decision to contradict himself. And this is how the lawyers or advocates do. When you hire a lawyer, my English is poor. So when you hire and you go and tell him, look here, I have killed somebody and you have to take care of me. So what is expected? He will not say, he himself told me kill, lagao isko. No. He first of all takes a decision that my client is innocent. See? And then he will start thinking, putting his arguments to prove how my client is innocent. So my lawyer, he told me, look here, whenever you come in the court, only one thing you have to remember. Rest of the things they'll take care. They will call you in the box and ask you question. You only act dumb and off the head and start telling dang dang. Anything they ask. Say dang dang. Come with funny kind of clothes and all that. He said, okay sir. He went there. And thereafter all the things started. For every question, what is your name? Dang dang. Did you kill? Dang dang. Finally they got disgusted. Then my client told, my Vakil told, see, he doesn't know what he is doing. He cannot do this thing, So release. So when we went to his house, see, I relieved you, isn't it? My fees, dang dang. तेरा तुझको अर्पण याद आ गया. So he was acting the virtual part. See friends, the basic error that we do in life, that the actual is mistaken as virtual and the virtual is taken as real. Correction of this error is spiritual practice. The journey from the virtual to the real is the distance one has to cross without reaching anywhere, without involving 1 second of life. Avichara kruto bandha vicharena vinashyati. We imagine that there is nobody more miserable than me. See, there is one trump card against me. This happened in Bombay. After my lecture, any topic that is given to me, somehow or the other it concludes in be happy. What can I do? Default. So after my lectures were over, one lady came very angry, straight away. Swamiji, what is there all the time? Be happy, be happy. Get married and show, be happy. Means what? Getting married is a license to be miserable. Tathastu. That is why they rightly say the world is divided into 2 types of people. Those who are happy and those who are married. See friends. Therefore, let us be aware as to whether we are leading the life of a virtual I or we are leading the life of an actual I. Virtual I is a struggleful life. And actual I is a joyful life. See? Whenever you are extremely happy and you laugh, that time you are the actual I. Because that time you are nobody. A person who is somebody cannot laugh. Somebody is always worried. What others will think he laughs. See? There was, in Pune, somebody sent me one SMS. Today I was telling somebody while taking lunch. If a wall is constructed, it costs 100 rupees. If 2 walls are to be constructed, how much it will cost? The teacher asked the student. Student said, 4 crores. What? I ask you, if 1 wall construction costs 100 rupees, 2 walls, 4 crores? Yes. Whose son you are? He said, Suresh Kalmadi. Then it's okay. Now, at this moment, you are neither man nor woman. you are only happy. When you are naturally happy, you are your actual self. Miserable I is a temporary phenomena created by us to attract the attention of the people. If I walk straight away from here, nobody will even look at me. When I walk, oh God, oh, क्या हो गया? What happened? What happened? पहले आते तो क्यों करता? If you had come earlier, why will I do this natak? See, friend, these are the basic things of life. All those who are miserable, they are strong ego. Stronger the ego, intense is the miserable expression. See? Lesser the ego, lesser is the miserable expression. Bhagwan has no ego. Therefore, all happiness. Paramananda. See, friends. So let us take a decision to find out every moment who is expressing. Virtual I or the real I. Virtual I is useful, but not real. See, friends. For example, husband is a virtual personality and useful also. One day, one South Indian in Bombay, I went to their house. She prepares very good dosha, idli and everything. For that only I go. So, when I went there, I was sitting on the table, her husband was also sitting, and she was cooking. So, husband put the gun on my shoulder and started firing. Swamiji, I just came from Japan. I went for some special training in management, and we were told to maintain the inventory properly. Anything which is not used for 6 months, it is unwanted. It should be removed. Why block the things? Money, space. I said, very good. But my wife doesn't understand this thing. I don't know how to tell her. So that she can hear, he is telling me. Free khana kahin nahi milta. There is nothing like free food in this world. So, then she said, Swamiji, tell him, if the things which are not used for last 6 months to be thrown out, he will have to go out first. Means what? She is not taking him as a being. Thing, poor thing. He is a living being. It's not a living thing. Poor English. Things are inert and beings are living, isn't it? See? Therefore, when we are living our life, let us find out who is living, the virtual or the actual. Because something is experienced, because something is useful, that does not mean it is real. See, the directions, north, east, west, south, they are useful, see? But they are not real. Real is the space. But we get lost in the directions and get victims of feng shui. Something God, isn't it? Break this window and make a hole there and take your toilet in the kitchen, remove the kitchen on the road and put one, magnet here and one thing here, and then you will be happy. Happiness is not outside, Maharaj. It is in a correct understanding. See? Yesterday, a few days before, I was with one person. He had too many rings, thick. So I was looking at his hand. I said, he said, Swami, do you recognize this thing? I said, no, I am recognizing one problem. What is the problem? I said, when you take kadhi, how you can take everything must be falling down. Because there will be gaps, isn't it? When you have got anguti, those who are anguti bahadar, they know. You know, so much out there. No, no, no. This is Sapphire and this is clean. Sapphire means clean. And this is for health, this is for wealth, this is for wife, this is for children, and all that thing. And what is for you? See? Gathering stones and bricks around to change one's life is the height of foolishness one can acquire in this world. See, friends, all that is required is let your thinking be corrected. We have to change our focal length. The purpose of studies of the scriptures is only this. When we study the scriptures, our vision must undergo change. If it has not undergone change, we have not studied. Like a student goes to the medical college. Before going to the medical college, he looks upon the people as human beings. Friends, enemies, relations, etc. After the treatment of medical college, the student comes out, stops looking at the people as human beings, but only as the patients. See? This happened in Washington, D.C. I came from a long flight from LA to Washington. Overnight, they call it the red eye flight. And 9 o'clock Irish, 11 o'clock the retreat started. So, after the first lecture was over, I was standing like this. Because it was so bad, bumpy journey, so I was standing like this. One lady came, she said, Swamiji, excuse me. I said, you excuse me first. What for? Answer my question. Are you drainage specialist? What do you mean by that? I say, kidney wali. How do you know that? I said, from your face. Your face looks like a kidney. Okay, ask. Yes, you are right. I came to ask you whether you have any urinary trouble. Because when you are standing like this posture is particularly for those who have got the kidney stone. And therefore I came to ask you, if there is some need, I am specialist, I can do it. I said, my God, then our Vitthal Bhagwan, a terrible kidney. See, they will never look upon a person as a person. Everywhere disease. You go to an oncologist. You simply suppose you have got a little bit sneezing. I think you have got cancer of your nose. This is called a change in the vision. Exactly the same way. If we study the scriptures, scriptures are not studied for changing the world around us. Here we are talking Vedanta society. There are two types of spiritual approaches. One approach is going to the God and signing an MOU. You know signing an MOU? Memorandum of Understanding. So we go to the Lord. Guruvairappa, Guruvairappa. Lord says, you have got infinite power and energy, but no desire. I know that. Lord, I have got infinite desires, but no power and energy. I also know that. Why not we sign an MOU? All my desires and all your energy put together, a good combination. Our devotion is only fulfilling our desires. Vedanta helps us fulfill your life, not desires. We have this wrong equation in our head. Fulfillment of desires is equal to fulfillment in life. It is not. We have to rise above all the desires. Now the question comes, to whom the desires come? Desires always are associated with the virtual I, not the actual I. The real me is the one who is desire free. The virtual me is the one who is carrying the load of desires. And these desires are the one which make us miserable. The desires are the one which make us do all unwanted things. Again, going back to Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asked a question to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichhannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. He asked a question. O Lord, although undesiring, what is that which prompts a person to go the wrong way? Although I don't want to go the wrong way, yet I go. What is that which is compelling us to do the wrong things? This is the question. Bhagavan says, Kamesha Krodesha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha Maha Ashanaha Maha Papma Vidhena Miha Vairinam. The factor which makes us go the wrong way is Kamesha, desire, Alayas, Krodesha. You know? Bandya Modak. When the, what you call, those invitation cards are printed, Shri Youth were Bando Panta. Bandya overnight becomes Bando Panta. See? Kamesha, Krodesha. So Bandya Urpa Bando Panta. In the same manner, desire, alliance, anger. Desires have got two options in our life. One, desires are fulfilled or desires are not fulfilled. Both of them upset our balance. See? So when the desires are not fulfilled, unfulfilled desires express as anger. See? And if the desires are fulfilled, the fulfilled desires gather as greed. One desire is fulfilled, the second is fulfilled, third is fulfilled. Then we start getting things for granted. See? There was a husband and a wife. Without them, there is no life. The husband and a wife from Rajasthan. And this boy got married to this girl, and then his friends told, look here, if you want to rule over your wife throughout life, from day onward, one onward, be all the time strong-worded with her. Don't talk that dumb language, honey, and no, like that. Keep on shouting at her. So he took the advice, and for everything. Where is my food? Otherwise, no, I'll give food, she will give food. Once, twice, thrice, 6 months continued. She was poor girl, disgusted from a village. And then she was, doing some work. And he shouted, I am going for taking bath. Where is the hot water? Otherwise. So she said, otherwise what? I'll take cold water bath. Option is there, but that otherwise she got frightened for no reason. Avichara kruto vata. See, friends, the more you remain cool, the more life is beautiful. So when desires are not fulfilled, we become angry. When they are fulfilled, we become greedy. Both anger and greed, they are the gateways to the hell. Trividham narakassedam dwaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhas tatha lobhaha tasmad etatrayam tyaje. One child, when he came for the lectures like this, he was hearing with great interest, and he asked me this question. Swamiji, you told that there are 3 gateways to the hell. How many are there for the heaven? No elderly person asks, because they have nothing to do with it. All of them were clear where they have to go. So they knew, apne ko bawa 3 darwaje hai. So, I told him, I said, look here, wherever there is a rush, there are more counters. Therefore, there are 3 darwajas. Then he asked, then how many for the heavens? I said, only one. Why? Hardly anybody goes there. See? Kama krodhas tatha lobaha narakasya dwaram. The gateway to hell. Now what is hell? Hell is not a place. Heaven is not a place. This is the basic error we do in our thinking. The 14 worlds which are spoken of, Bhur, Swaha, Mahajanaha, Tapaha, Satyam, and Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala, these 7 plus 7, 14 worlds, these are the qualities of experiences. See? Those who are computer engineer, they should be able to understand Vedanta easier than anybody. See? One day it so happened, this happy man, one lady, she was doing, making something, designs and all that. So she took it, and then, you have to go on doing the things on layer after layer. Take one layer, you put the beard, then you take the second layer, then you ultimately merge it together. So when she was doing, on what layer she has used the left eye, she was not able to locate. So when the final printout came, he came out with, Ekaksha Daitya. I said, yes, they say in meditation you should have half eyes closed, but half doesn't mean one eye open. I don't know, Swamiji, how this happened. I said, let us open and see. So when you open, you get every detail there. I said, see, this is in this particular layer. Why don't you correct in that layer? Oh God, Swamiji, you know so many things. I said, don't go, change the topic, correct it properly and do it. Now see, different layers together, you bring, a final picture comes out. Exactly. There are different layers of our experience. It is not a place where we go. See, one huge, hefty business person, Marwadi type, came. Maharaj, I do not want to go to hell. I said, don't go, yeah, it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory, option. No, you don't know. I have done so many bad things and I think I will go to hell. Then I say, when you think, you go. No, but I don't want to go. No, I am very frustrated. What should I do? I am ready to spend any money. See? So I told him, I promise you, you will not go to hell. Really? But how come? I said, where are you now? A person who does not have fulfillment in life, a person who does not have self-respect, where is he living? See, friends, this is the most important thing. So, atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. Why do we go the wrong way in such a manner that we fall in our own eyes? We are not proud of our being. Why this happens? Only because of desires. And desires have got many shades. See? One of the shades of the desire is expectations. But is it not, what is wrong if I expect that this should happen? This is the very thing wrong. Zero expectation. See? So first label was zero complaint level. Now second thing, zero expectation level. In this house we live at zero complaint level number 1, 2, zero expectation number 2, no expectation. So when you go home and you want to take food and there is nothing in the house, you should be happy. Why? I got an experiment. See, no expectation. Friends, spiritual life is every experience of our life we take it as a spiritual examination. Every experience. It is something like this. In a school, I was talking to them and I said, hey, tell me, if somebody wants to be first in the board examination, what is the requirement? Yes, you tell, we should study hard. Very good. Second thing, we must know all the questions. Third thing, not only questions, we should know replies also. All children replying in different ways. It's very good, you know everything. So I close my lecture. No, you tell. I said, you are all wrong, first of all. How come? To come first in the examination, to know all the question, answers, everything, your teachers know. Your teachers know all the questions and all the answers. Can they come in the first in the board examination? No. Why? Because they are not appearing in the examination. So what is the first requirement? If you want to be first in the board examination, you must be ready to face the examination. See friends, if we want to walk the spiritual path, this is the first requirement. Take every experience of life as an examination. And these examinations are not like earlier days. Whole year you don't study, only last few days you study, and out of 100 you get 90 and you are first class first. No. Here your marks are divided over the year. 10, 20, 20, 20, and final year only 10 marks. See? So you have to be prepared throughout the year, is it not? Then only you can really score good marks. In the same manner, spiritual life is not, when you are unfit for everything, start spirituality. See? When you can't hear, go for satsang. And after some time, you get tired and go to sleep. You know, once in somewhere, two persons sitting right in front chair, and one fellow coolly slept and was very comfortably sleeping, undisturbed. And the person who became a pillow, he was very angry, but he was not disturbed. This called real, sincerity. And finally he thought, I should give him a jhatka so that he will get up. So when he started giving jhatka, he put the hand around the pillow, pulled it, then you don't know what joy I have from here, that you have from there. You get only one cartoon, I get so many. So, after the lecture was over, he was awakened from sleep. And then he says, Swamiji, your lecture was extremely good. I said, thank you. Nobody appreciates, at least you appreciate. And when he went, this pillow was angry. Swamiji, when you saw him, he was sleeping. Why didn't you wake him up? I said, look here, become cool first. Tell me what for you have come here. For becoming miserable or becoming happy? Of course, I came for becoming happy. Did you? No, he was. So all those who come and sleep in satsang, they are real satsang. Others are only struggling. See friends, never have any expectation of any kind from anywhere. See, you can never be miserable in life. But these expectations come in our life in the form of desires, in the form of rights. See, we imagine we have right on others. Now the third rule today I am telling you. First was, in this house we live at zero complaint level. Number two, we live in this house at zero expectation level. Now third, in this house we have written off our rights. Remember, when you write off your rights, you will never be miserable. If you don't write off your rights, they will perform your rights right now when you are still alive. Put the right spellings. See, friends, then life becomes joyful and cheerful. See, Kamaesha, Krodhaesha, Rajoguna Samudbhavaha. And there is no end to that. Maha Ashanaha. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, 100 are standing in a queue. See? For example, you want to have a cup of tea. That one desire doesn't end there. Then, बारिश हो रही है, गरम चाय होता तो अच्छा रहता. So you do broadcasting on your podcast. And then, you have nothing to do, tea, whole day. Take. बिना पकोड़े के चाय. Like, on our laptops we get the pops, no? बिना पकोड़े के चाय. Chutney. There is default settings for sending one after another desire pops in our mind. See, friends, you can never have total desires fulfilled in your life. You can never have. There was a great devotee of Bhagwan, and Bhagwan came to take him. Come, I'll take you Vaikuntha. I have got specially Vaikuntha Airlines for you. And when Bhagwan said, he said, no, I'll not come alone, I'll take the whole world with me. Bhagwan said, don't waste your time, you come. No, I don't want to come alone. जब तक सबका उद्धार नहीं होगा. Okay, I'll wait for you. And anybody you recommend, I'll take him. So first of all, he thought, let me go to the most potent possible candidates. So he went to the sannyasis. Because they have renounced everything. See, I am coming from Vrindavan. I was there, and the jokes in Vrindavan, all spiritual jokes. See, somewhere lot of noise was going on, and somebody was shouting. So passerby asked, किसके बच्चे इतना गड़बड़ कर रहे हैं? Who are making this noise? Whose children are this thing? ब्रह्मचारी जी के. और वो कौन चिल्ला रहा था? Who was shouting at them? मौनी बाबा. और ये आश्रम किसका है? Whose ashram is this thing? त्यागी जी महाराज. So this devotee thought, let me go to sannyasis so that they will come. At least one I'll get to do uddhar of somebody. Went to a sannyasi. Sannyasi said, no, I have not completed my course. I had to teach them Brahma Sutra, and there are disciples and there are more coming. I can't come. And in our ashram I had to construct bathrooms. There are more people coming. I can wait. Devotee thought, my God, sannyasi also doesn't want to come. Then he went to the Vanaprasthi. Vanaprasthis are those who are preparing to go to the forest. Vanaprasthana, Vanaprasthi. Say, no. Now my only granddaughter is just married. Unless she gets a grandchild, how can I come? My granddaughter is just married. Unless she gets a grandchild. कभी मरने की भी सोचो. So there he failed. Then he went to Grasta. He said, are you mad? I am just married. Now I have to have so many problems to go through. I don't want to forget about it. Brahmachari, no, I have just started studying. This is my career. I can't leave unless I become a great Pandit. He got frustrated. Finally he said, let me give the last try. He went straight away to the pigs, Indian pigs. Asked, Mr. Swine, how about you? This is an offer, free offer. You get SMS also. Your phone number is selected for so many $1 million, like that. So it's free offer, you can go to heaven and all that. Wait a minute, I'll ask my missus. He comes to missus. Mrs. Swine, this is an offer. Should we accept it? Ask them. Do we get the things to eat what we get here? See, friend, Bhagat Ji goes back to the Lord. Lord, nobody wants. He said, my dear, I told you, we want everything except our own being. The actual I is fulfillment. The virtual I is a beggar in this world. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Till such time, I and want are alive, there is no peace in life. Take your own example. Till such time, I want to sleep, you can never sleep. The moment the desire to sleep, want, and the I, when they disappear, the moment is to disappear, even in the satsanga, what happened? Disappeared. See? And when the I leaves, one start expressing happiness, what we call as snoring, that is the joy of Brahman. Krr, krr. Try to snore when you are alive, when you are awake. You cannot. That experience which happens only in deep sleep is the experience of Brahman. And everybody snores only in the deep sleep. Therefore, all those who are snoring in satsanga, they are in tune with Brahman. And see, Brahman being beyond time, nobody snores in hurry. Have you seen any time somebody snoring? Kar, 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 kar. It goes steady. So get out of this virtual I and come to discover the actual I that you are. Kathopanishad says, Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yasya vridishritaha atha martyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When we start living at zero desire levels, see, Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yasya vridishritaha, there are no desires of any kind. Atha martyaha amruto bhavati. Atra, here, now and here. It is not in the future period of time. It is not attainment, post-thumb attainment. No. While you are still now. See, friends, the joy of our being is the one which is never destroyed. The joy that we get from outside, see, it is only a dependence. Mahabharata says, Sarvam paravasham dukkham, Sarvam atmavasham sukham, etad vidyat samasena lakshanam sukha dukkhayo. All the miseries and joy is only this, paravasham dukkham, atmavasham sukham. And what is atmavasham? It is in our hand to be happy and to be miserable. We all cross through the immigrations. They give you the form and you have to tick mark. The most dumb form is from USA. Question: are you a member of an active terrorist organization? Yes or no? Who will write yes? But they have that. You are saying you are this, so many of them. In the same manner, when we were sent in this world, we were all given one form, only one question. You are entering the kingdom of misery called as the world. Anityam asukam lokam prapya. You are entering the most miserable area called as the world. Question: do you want to be miserable? Box: yes, no. Those who have tick mark yes, they are miserable. Those who tick mark know they are happy. Friends, miseries we can attribute to somebody. But we are all miserable by our choice. God never makes anybody miserable. He cannot. Like the sun cannot give darkness. We have chosen. See? And if we choose that I refuse to be miserable, even God cannot make you miserable. But if you cooperate, see, with a passing truck, see how they drive the truck. No, the truck they will drive their own way. You get away. Simple thing. But we have complaints about everything. One person born in Chinchpokli died and went to the heavens. And there Bhagwan asked, "Sab theek hai na? Everything is okay?" "What everything okay? No railway line, khatak, kat. He was not able to sleep because there is no railway line. Those people who stay near the railway line, they cannot sleep in peace. They want non-stop cut. Then it becomes a lullaby. See, friends. Therefore, let us recognize our identity as to what we are. The one appears to be many on account of the different conditions. See, the one. Now what happens? We get involved and identified with the conditioned entity, and we forget the real one that we are. See, friends, this discrimination is possible through proper inquiry and wisdom. And the source of proper inquiry and wisdom is our scriptures. This will not come overnight. See, one person told me, "Swamiji, when I want to be like you, I want to give lectures like you in English. What should I do?" He was a Gujarati in Ahmedabad. See? Now you know Gujarati is English. When they have to say sh, they say sir. One lady was teaching German in Bombay to one Gujarati. She was telling me, "Swamiji, your observations are so correct." What happened? I am teaching German and we have to tell him Schule, sh. He'll say sir, shoe, su. So how to make him tell sh. He'll say sir. He said, she read his name. "Oh, Amit Shah. Tamar naam suche, Amit Shah." Now the one who cannot pronounce his name properly, how can you teach him? I said, look here, giving lectures is not the goal of life. Be what you are. And attention should be only on one thing. Are we at peace or not? All the problems of life begin from a disturbed mind. And all the solutions are contained in a quiet mind. Disturbed mind is a mine of problems. A quiet mind is the liquid of all solutions, all problems. Everything is dissolved in that. It is for this purpose what Bhagavad Gita teaches us. Life is a time pass. Therefore, Bhagavan said in the beginning of the lecture, Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. This papa is nothing but living with a disturbed mind. Papa is not on Ekadashi, Swamiji, I took rice. Now what will happen? You'll go to hell. But I don't want to go. Then come back. That is not Papa, friends. Under all conditions, Only one thing we have to achieve, remain in an equipoise position. When equanimity becomes the foundation of our life and its expression, we are living as the actual I. And when our life is an expression of a disturbed mind, such a person can achieve nothing in life. See, all the spiritual practice, whether you take karma or you take devotion, bhakti, or you take yoga, or you take knowledge, all of them are working on the mind. Now see, look within. All of us take care of everything. Our house, our finances, our insurance, our car, and our drapery and furniture and figure, everything. But how much many of us take care of our own mind? How much time we have spent on taking care of the mind? Our knowledge is, because there are thoughts in the mind, we are thinkers. It cannot be. Because there are plants, it need not be a garden, it could be a jungle. Both the places there are trees. In the jungle when we go, we are afraid. And when in the garden we go, we are happy. We are so much afraid of our own mind that we run away from ourselves. We are not able to stay with ourselves. Then either TV or the newspaper or the phone or the game, run away. See? And if you are all alone, if you have to stay alone, then either take a pill or a pillow or pillow. The idea is we cannot face our own mind. See, friends, we have to take care of our mind. Unless we take care of our mind, we have not walked the spiritual path. See, if you take, let us say 2-3 examples. Man who is all the time in meditation, what are his qualities, how he can be distinguished? Second chapter, Astita Pragya Lakshan. The steady wisdom is possible when your mind is steady. Devotee, nowhere it is mentioned. Devotee means he has got the external makeup. See Bhagavad Gita, each verse, nowhere it is written whether you should have a full stop, or you should have electric post, or you should have the railway lines, or you should have you. There is one goes like this, comes again. Nowhere it is written. Whether you should have red, green, yellow clothes, nowhere written. Whether you should put on shoes or khada, nowhere written. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha. The one who is so pure and his mind is always at peace. Take yoga. The yoga in the whole world is twisting the body, never straightening the mind. Twisting the body is acrobatic, it is not yoga. If you study Yoga Sutras, you will come to know there are only 2 sutras on the asana. Out of all of them, 2 sutras. The whole world is running only after this yoga. Yoga means asana. And what is said by Patanjali? Not Panchali Yoga. Amma said Panchali Yoga. I was, having coils in my intestines. Panchali Yoga means one has to get married to 5 husbands. Baba! I said, my God, now what do I do? I am holding myself. See, in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, it is said, only 2 sutras, Sthira Sukham Asana, steady bliss is asana, not twisting the body. And technique is also given. Technique is very simple. Prayatna Shaithilya, lead a life effortless, Whenever we put efforts, we are abnormal. See? It is something like, when a Puneri man gets angry and he wants to fight with others, he will use Rashtra Bhasha, Hindi. तुमको कितनी बार बताया था मराठीत म्हण ना. And then it doesn't go further. I used this technique. I was in charge of a school and there was a room. Any student can enter my room anytime. Others have to take permission. So two small children from primary 1 or 2 came, one boy, one girl. Swami, yes, what happened? So first of all, he complained, Swamiji, she kicks me. But he told in Hindi, Swamiji, ये मुझे लात मारती है, ये मेरी चोटी खोलता है. And some other people were sitting there. I said, let me finish with them, I'll talk to you later. Okay, this is urgent, emergency. And then I said, you tell whatever you want to tell. And they were telling in Hindi. Then I said, look here, our school is English medium? Yes. You complain in English, okay? Now they are looking at each other. They can't complain in English, not that way English. Swamiji, we are friends. Problem dissolved. See, don't go into why and how. Get out of it. See, will you phone to fire brigade like this thing? Hello, I didn't have the opportunity to talk to you. How are you? How are your kids? Everything is fine. These days it's raining also a lot. The fire brigade, what happened to you, man? No, nothing. A house is on fire. If you get time, please drop in. No, we even don't tell where our house is, There's so much urgency. Friends, don't go into cause and effect. Cause and effect is an illusion. Get out of it. Bhagavan Shankara writes in Dakshinamurti Stotra, Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya swaswami sambandataha शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वाय एष पुरुषः माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. विश्वम कार्य कारणतया पश्यति. The world is created the moment you get caught up in cause and effect. Cause and effect is an illusion. Don't get into it. See, when the problem is there, solve it, dissolve it, and be prepared. Then you will see we are getting out of the virtual reality and entering in the actual one. And if there are no problems, we are dead. Problems are there to declare that we are still alive. See? One old lady, Punjabi lady, Delhi. Whenever I used to go to see her, she has only one story, Gutnayan, like Ramayana. So when I went there, as usual, Amma, how are you? Oh, Swamiji, you have come for such a long time, please come and sit. And I knew what is going to happen. So when she started, her grandson told me, Swamiji, 1 minute. I said, Amma, wait a minute, I have to talk to him. How can you hear to grandma all the same thing again and again? I said, what do I do? Plug her mouth or what? No, you use our technique. What is technique? We show her fingers. Dadi Ma, you told 3 times already. When she understands, she keeps quiet. I said, very good. She came, Swamiji, I don't know how far I have come. Never mind, I will start again. Then I said, Amma, you told me 25 times. And she will start telling so painfully that in the morning when I get up, it comes, right in the hills, and it as the sun rises, it grays. And I tell you, when it comes to me, I just can't even go to toilet, And then, and when she tells so lively, I start getting the pain. Tadat mein. And thereafter question, cause and effect. But why do I get so much of knee pain? I said, Mama, you answer my questions, don't argue, okay? Yes. Why God has given us eyes? Swamiji, मैं baby हूँ क्या? You are arguing, only answer. Why God has given us eyes? For seeing, ears for hearing. In the same manner, knees are given for paining. See, friends, if you have to share, share happiness. It grows. You don't have to share your miseries because everybody is overloaded. थोड़ा कम है ले लो. I got plenty, don't give me. The more you contemplate on this, you will remain nearer to your actual self, who is all bliss. There are no blisters. Blisters require two things to rub against each other. When you buy the new shoes, and then your skin and the shoe skin starts rubbing you, and then the shoe doesn't get blistered, by the way, because it is not live. Only if you get blisters, good, you are still alive. So you get the blisters, two things are there. In the same manner, whenever we want happiness from others or outside, instead of getting the bliss, we rub the wrong way and get blisters. But if you discovered by the covering of ignorance, our own blissful self, who is the actual one, that is covered. And then we are struggling to run after the people, the places, the projects. For what? To get happiness. Till date, nobody got happiness in this world. All happiness is only coming from within. It is a misplaced identity. It is like the dog, not your New Zealand dogs, our Indian dogs. New Zealand dogs are not dogs, they are poor creatures, They don't have freedom. In India, if any dog is done anything on the road, immediately the sympathizers of the dog come and there is a protest. Why did you kill the dog? He has got every freedom to leave you on the road and do anything. Here you go with the dog with thaila in the hand. बच्चे का नहीं उठाएगा, उसका उठाएगा. So that dog, he found one bone and went to a corner. You will see the dogs never share their food. So went to a corner and thinking all these Bombay dogs are dumb, I am so lucky, intelligent one, and took that bone, sat quietly and Brahmarpanam Brahma Brahma and started. And as he started, his mouth buccal cavity from inside started lacerating and the blood started coming. How lucky I am. I am getting good bone marrow and blood from this bone again and again. After a few bites, when the mouth started hurting, oh God, exactly the same way we imagine. We get happiness from the things. Friend, when our mind is agitated, disturbed mind is misery, mind at peace is happiness. So who is the virtual I? The virtual I is the one who is always disturbed. And who is the actual I? Who supports all the disturbances, but is never disturbed. See, friends, discover this. And if we are able to approach life in this light, life becomes very light. There is nothing worth becoming serious about in this world. Nothing. See? So many things have happened. So many things will happen. But there is nothing real in this world. See? And who was in this world who didn't have problems? Electric posts in India also have problems. When these ladies in the nighty, they take their doggy for morning oblations, every dog has got his own pillar. He will not go anywhere. And when that dog comes, the pillar says, "Arey, aa gaya su." And then the dog will go to that pillar only, nowhere else. And the moment he goes, Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purna Udachyate. So even electric pillar does not have choice. Where we have choice? See, take life as it is presented cheerfully and happily. Matra sparashastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama apayana anityaha tanti dikshasva bharata. Hey Arjun, all the experiences gained by the virtual eye, they are of two kinds, joyful or sorrowful. Both the experiences begin in time, remain for some time, disappear after some time. Therefore, they are temporary. For the temporary experiences, don't become permanently miserable. How beautiful it is. The more you contemplate on this, don't study Bhagavad Gita seriously. Discover the depth. Otherwise, like Bhagavad Gita, you start saying, and don't sympathize with Arjun. Never. Be on the party of Bhagavan Krishna. And look at the world as he is looking at the world. See, from the water's point of view, there is neither ocean nor waves. The ultimate wisdom given in our scriptures is na nirodho na chotpatti na baddho na cha sadhakaha na mumukshur na vai muktaha ittesha paramarthata. Ultimate. Ittesha paramarthata. Nothing is ever created, nothing is ever destroyed, nobody is bound, nobody is liberated, nobody is seeking, nobody is nothing. Just be yourself. And that is the truth. Do we have the experience of birth? Nobody has. Once I was in a maternity thing, and after everything, I was talking to that nurse. I said, "Hey, I want to ask you a question privately. Tell me sincerely. Don't tell me lies. I will not tell you. What is that? When a baby is born, do you stand there with a clock?" No, Swamiji, we can't do that. It's not only one, there are dozens of them. It's like a big, poultry farm. Then we tell them approximately. And we are very sure we should never give them a round figure. Suppose somebody is born 9:30, they don't listen to us. It is in 9:33. So it's all, in a game. Don't become serious. So neither we are experienced that we are born, nor we experience we grow. When the public starts calling us for the first time, "Auntie," what is that? Don't call me auntie. Call me Tai. Arey Dumbo, you are looking old now, but I don't feel. There is a tragedy. See? First shock in life. When somebody calls us auntie and uncle. The second attack comes when somebody calls us as Azoba. Don't call me grandfather. Okay? Uncle is okay. In Bombay, ISKCON, there was some marriage. I went for that marriage. Being a Swami, I was in the front seat to see the marriage and tease me. "See, you are not married, I am married." That's how people call us, to tease. But I don't get teased. I was sitting there. And there was an oldie fellow matching to me was sitting there. His granddaughter came. And very cute, sweet, nicely dressed, marriage time, She came like an Alsatian, jumped on Dadaji. And Dadaji, come, we have to go up, you have to come there. First, don't call me Dadaji loudly. Alright, don't call me Dadaji loudly, you are a dumbo old. No, before everybody call me uncle, okay? No, that granddaughter thinking, what is wrong if I call you Dadaji? Because he does not experience that he has become old. Be very attentive. Nobody has experience of birth or growth. Nobody can have. That which is never experienced as birth, growth or death, that is the actual I. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra ramuyati. Like so many bodies have gone through. According to the medical science, they say, I don't know anything medicine, that all the cells of our body are replaced once in 7 years. So suppose I am 70 years. So how many bodies have changed so far? 10 bodies. But our condition is like my friend. We used to tease him. He had one old bicycle. And we used to make fun, throw yaar, get new one. No. This is my grandfather's bicycle, and he has used it for going for the freedom fighting. He used to go on that, quit India movement and all that. So we used to make fun of him. Have you not changed it? No, we have to change. We have changed the tube, the tires. There was some accident. We changed the, rim. And the seat, of course, you have to change. And the old handle also we have changed. And the chain was broken, that we have changed. And once there was some accident, so the chassis we have changed. But the bicycle is the same. Is it not our condition? Everything is changed. But I am the same body. Are Gujarati, it is not so. Gujarati don't call body. Guru's body. Subtle body. See, friends, how many bodies we have changed, but do we feel it is the different body? No, we imagine it is the same. Be attentive. Continuity is given to the body by the real self. And on that real self, these temporary bodies were planted for a short period of time. But these temporary positions, we take them to be real. They are not. Come to discover your real self and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.